Hello, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen. And yes, Jared, I just heard that the thunder outside. My beautiful guest said they have thunder already. And I was like, oh, thunder, thunder. My beautiful grandson is in New Zealand. And AC/DC song, Thunder, Thunder, Thunderstrike. When he was little, he used to say, oh, me, they calling me Xander, Xander, but it's not Xander, it's Thunder, Thunderstrike. Every time I hear the thunder, I think about my grandson and then I want to cry. I spoke to them in a week's time today and they were so happy to see me. But now, let me start from the beginning. Wait. Woo. Hello, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen. How are you feeling today? I'm over the moon. I am over the moon. I spent a whole week with my chief editor of our amazing Diamond Moment magazine in Cape Town. Cape Town is South Africa's most beautiful city. And I keep on telling her I have to come back to South Africa because they are living in paradise. They've got roads that's beautiful. They've got friendly people. They've got the beautiful mountain, Table Mountain. They've got beautiful other mountains. They've got a beautiful sea. They just have it like paradise. So I am back in Johannesburg this afternoon, and we are going from strength to strength with our beautiful Diamond Moment magazine. My beautiful diamond ladies, if you do see us, you are welcome just to put your name in the front or in the back, and then we will be able to see who is giving us love. So are you ready for a spectacular show? It's going to be epic. It's going to be amazing. And today, for the first time, all of us is from South Africa. So I had a cancellation. So all of us is from South Africa. I asked my beautiful editor, Sunay, can you please stand in for somebody? And she said, yes, she will. So yes. So what does dependency means for you? So our title today is Dependency Unplugged. Just think about it. I love The Matrix. Oh my goodness, but I had to watch The Matrix a few times because I think it was just, it went over me. And I could not understand some of it, but until I think it's also because I saw number 2 first. It was, I didn't understand the Matrix. And my husband said to me, Sanet, you have to look at the Matrix from number 1. Okay, so it made a little bit more sense. But remember when they unplug. So how can you unplug dependency? What are you dependent on other people? Just one thing I want to mention, just once, because my guest is going to blow your socks off. If you are depending on somebody to make you happy, then you will have to tell them step by step to make them happy. And you must know your steps, because if you give them 5 steps, and you forgot about step number 6, but you know about step number 6 in your head, and they only do step 5, you're going to set them up for failure because they're not going to make you happy. So nobody can make you happy. Just you. Just you can make yourself happy. Are you ready to take 3 deep breaths with me? And then I will bring in my beautiful guest. I don't have any videos to play. We are on a new system. Next week, all this will be sorted out. All this will be sorted out. It is what it is. I remember that my sister always said, it is what it is. Ooh, it is what it is. You're welcome to take 3 deep breaths with me. Are you ready? Here we go. In, exhale, Another one in. Exhale. Last one in. Exhale. So I am going to bring in Sunay. I am going to bring in Tamara. I am going to bring in Jared. Hello, my beautiful guest. I am so happy to see you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello,
Thanks for
everyone.
having me.
So
Oh,
happy to
wow.
see you.
Oh, thank you, my beautiful ones. So, yes, Jared, as soon as you went into the back studio, whoops. Oh, okay. Now we also have thunder,
Mm.
thunder. Oh, wow.
We bring the
Amazing.
thunder with us.
I say, okay, okay,
Mm.
okay. So
Mm.
I'm going to start with Tamara, and then I'm going to go to Sunay, and then I'm going to go to Jared. Jared, I know that you are our special guest because you are our male celebrity and you are spicing up our session. But I love to start with our ladies first
Of
because for
course.
me, my diamond beauties are the most important in my life, and everything I do for them. So, my beautiful Tamara, can you please introduce yourself and tell us what dependency means for you?
Excuse me.
Thank you, Sanet, for having me. And so excited to be here. And I'm the first to go, so very, very excited. So I'm Tamara. Most people call me Tam or T, and I'm a wellness counselor and a coach. And I'm actually a partner with Jared in a business called EQ Coaching and Consulting, which we started this year. And really, for me, dependency is all about the things we rely on to help us get by. And sometimes those things are bad and sometimes they're good. But for me, I think it's very important to share with the audience that you need to be dependent on yourself. You need to take ownership of your life. You need to start with your mental, right? So your mind and then your behaviors, look after your body, look after your emotions. And from there, once you do that, then you can go outwards, right? And then you can help other people. Like they say in the plane, you need to put the oxygen mask on ourselves first before you can help everybody. So for me, dependency is dependent on yourself, if that makes sense.
Yes,
So that's me, very short and sweet, and I'm sure we'll chat a little bit more. I want to give the rest of the team the opportunity to also introduce themselves. So, Sunay.
perfect. Perfect. I'm going to ask her now. Perfect, my
Mm.
beautiful Tamara. And it
Thanks.
was so fitting for you and Jared. And when I looked at the schedule 3 months back, it was open for a
Mm.
male celebrity and for you. How
Yes.
incredible. But I just want to say we've got a message from Werner. I just
Oh,
quickly want, oh, there it is. Hello, Werner. Hello, Sunit. I didn't know where you are going to come up, Werner, because this is all a new system. I'm so happy you are here. I'm so happy. Okay. So yesterday on the airplane, the lady said, and just if I do go off because of the weather, just continue. If I'm there, I will come back. I will come back. But the lady was trying to explain when the oxygen mask is coming, and there was a very naughty gentleman that he was sitting on this side, and I was just here, and she was holding on, and she was trying, and he grabbed it. She got such a fright. She got such a fright. The ace to air
Hostess.
Stewardess.
hostess.
yes.
But and then everybody around us laughed because I'm sure it's the first time ever it happened. And it's the first
Mhm.
time I ever saw somebody's grabbing the mask. It was the funniest thing. But anyway, yes, I love that. And that's one of the things I always remember. Put a mask on your face first, and then you can help others. My
Mhm.
beautiful chief in editor, my beautiful Sunai. I cannot believe I was with you just this morning, and now I'm four, 12 hours away from you if you travel by car. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us what dependency means for you?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sanet Van Breda from Cape Town. I'm a self-awareness and personal growth coach, an author, a wellness advocate, and also the editor-in-chief of Diamond Moments magazine. So I specialize in creating safe spaces for women who are seeking to find their voice and their self-worth and who want to let go of limiting beliefs and to achieve a sense of true fulfillment and self-control without feeling guilty. Just letting go, letting God, and trusting the process, owning who they are. So dependency for me is quite personal because I've been on the other side where I was dependent on people for approval, for validation, for love, for acknowledgement. And I had to learn to love myself unconditionally. And when I did that, I could let go the dependency on others. So for me, dependency comes down to I depend on me and I depend on my creator because he's created something perfect in each and every one that's there. And when we can see that perfectness in ourselves and love ourselves unconditionally, we don't have to depend on others anymore for the love. And like you said, happiness. Our happiness is our responsibility. We can't outsource it. So validation, acknowledgement is my responsibility to see it in myself. If I see it in myself, others will see it. I can't go expect others to see it and then I'll find it in myself.
Wow. And do you know, that's so beautiful, my Sunai. But you know what? I miss my coffee with my peppermint because I am tired. I was tired and she said, yes, Annette, here's your coffee. And when I smell it, the peppermint make me awake and I was ready for Sunday's show. So, oh, I miss you, my beautiful Sunai. So, Jared,
Excuse me.
Jared, it was such a wonderful pleasure to able to hug you as well on when I saw Tamara. You know, that was also a God coincidence because if Tamara didn't see my hat, I was looking at your where your business is. I was reading and I thought, wow, that's amazing. I actually thought that should have been a woman that have done that, and it was Tamara that was doing all that on that paper or that banner I was reading. And then I was seeing you, but I didn't do anything. I didn't speak to you. You were speaking with somebody else. And just as I walked past, Tamara, Sinead, yes. She remembered my hat. So I'm so happy that I could meet you in person. I could have given you a hug. You know, I'm a big hugger. So my beautiful Gerald, can you introduce yourself and also tell us what dependency means for you?
Thanks so much, Sanet. And good evening to everyone. So I am the other half of EQ Coaching and Consulting. I am, over the last 20 years, I've been a human capital person. If it's been in human capital, I've done it. But my core area of coaching and consulting is really around business management, but my real passion is in diversity and especially multi-generational aspects of it. So in other words, for people of my age, I tend to be a little bit of a generational whisperer, and I like helping people understand the ununderstandable Generation Z and worse to come. But Tamara and I also work very closely together when it comes to things like burnout and wellness and those areas. And I think that really speaks to what dependence means to me, because people have become so burnt out in recent times, you know, pre-COVID, post-COVID, but we've become addicted to work. We've become addicted to different things in our lives. And we've become dependent on those things. And sometimes things that we know are bad, drugs, alcohol, etc. And sometimes they're things that we don't realize are bad, like giving away our independence, giving away ourselves to other people and letting them just take over the situation. You know, we become complacent. And that's really what dependence kind of means to me. It also speaks a lot to one of my favorite theorists, who I think just about everyone in the world knows, and that's the late Stephen Covey. And his entire theory of seven habits of highly effective people are interspersed with dependence, independence, and ultimately, how do we transcend that and get to the point of interdependence where we can be ourselves, but still healthily depend on each other when it's appropriate.
Wow.
Thanks
I
so
love it.
much, Mandy.
Oh, yes. So you can see it. Oh, yes. I'm so happy you can see it. Okay. Now I can show you my beautiful Jared. Mandy is in the house. Our beautiful. Hello, Mandy. Ladies, now give it. Mwah, Mandy.
Welcome,
And
Mandy.
Hello, hello.
And Mandy, I love Cubby. Oh, wow. That's amazing. I'm so happy you can now also see it. And now I know also where it comes out. So, my beautiful, so now as soon as I press here, you must just stretch. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's amazing. So, let me just, oh, look
Oh,
here. Mwah. So, my beautiful Jen. Usana, I just needed that. I just needed that. My
I think we
beautiful
all needed
Joe, 2 years ago when I started kissing everyone, my husband said, "Oh, Sanet, I wish you can stop." I could started to call everybody beautiful, and I started to mwah, mwah, if I say goodbye,
excuse me.
mwah, mwah. And well, I decided I'm going to continue, but do you know why I started 2 years ago to do mwah? MWAH. Do you know what it stands for? Can I
No,
tell you?
not in your context.
Yeah, no, it's only in my context. I never heard this
Please tell
before.
us. Please.
Okay. Oh, thank you for asking. You are
share, share.
amazing.
What
It's
is it?
moments with authentic hearts. Mwah.
I
Do
like
you
that a
love
lot.
that?
So awesome. I love
That
it.
is why, because we are having moments and we are
Mm,
both authentic and we have both hearts. Because if we don't have hearts, we would not have been here.
mm.
You may laugh, Jared.
Excellent.
You
I
may.
like it.
I love you, Jared. You are amazing. And the reason why I
I
love
try.
Jared as well, because our song, Walking on Sunshine, is the same. He could have blown me away and say, I said, Jared, what's your forever song? And he said, Walking on Sunshine.
Mm.
And me and Tamara, wow, we could
We're like,
not believe
what?
it.
Out of all the songs, they have the same forever song. It was just
Yeah,
amazing.
it's
And it is
amazing.
quite strange because I love music, all kinds. But that's mine because that's my 5-year-old's favorite song.
Mm.
Do you quickly want to tell us about your if you want to, your
Uh, my,
son's favorite song?
yeah, well, my son. So first of all, my son is adopted. We went through a long, drawn out process, and actually part of what we went through in the whole fertility process and then eventually adoption is we had to learn to let go and move away from dependence on certain things.
Mm.
And but then depending even more on those things that we can't control. Sine mentioned it a little bit, and it doesn't matter what religion you are, but there is something that controls us. There's something that is above us, and there's something that creates every opportunity and every instance of our lives. And that's exactly what happened with us. We were and when he was growing up, my wife loves music. She was going to be a professional singer, and we used to play all kinds of music. And he liked music a lot, but whenever Walking on Sunshine came on, he couldn't walk yet, but he could just about dance and move around. And it was incredible. And that became our little song, the two of us. It's one of the little ways that we connected. And now he's 5.5 and he's too cool for me. He's not
Oh,
so dependent on me anymore. That's not true, but yeah, but that's it. And it was always one of my favorite songs. But it really, that connection is really what kind of turned it into my forever song.
I love it. I love the story as well. And that even made me love you
Excuse me.
more. So thank you, my beautiful Jared. So
Thank
my
you.
beautiful, thank you. My beautiful Tamara. Um, I was like extremely happy to see you because we met 2 years ago on the NLP course. We did our masters
Master,
together.
yes.
Yes, I was so motivated to complete my master's that I did mine in a record time because I knew if I fly to New Zealand that I will maybe will not get to it. And the longer you I want to say the longer you keep it off, the longer you maybe you will not do it. And that was one of my bucket lists. And then I motivate you to complete yours. And then we motivated 9
Mm.
other of our group to also complete because we keep on asking them how far they are, how far they are. So I just wanted to say you are an amazing, amazing coach. You are an amazing lady. I truly are so I love you. I'm so happy to meet you.
Mm.
But tell us what the connection between you and Jared. How
Mhm.
did you end up? And
Mm.
what you showed me on the screen, I was blown away, and I could not wait to have both of
Mm.
you on the show.
Thank you, Sanet. No, happy to share. So, I mean, I've been a coach for about 4 years, and very similar to Sanet, it's helping people with their personal and their professional and just finding their authentic, true selves. And being an NLP master, so that's your neuro linguistic programming, very much, coaching people on your professional side as well as the wellness side, right? And I was just looking for something a little bit different to be able to help a person understand who they are, right? Not so much a personality test, but I was just shopping around and I was part, and I still am, a part of a community called the SME Clinic. And, we have about 30 of us. We all have our own, uh, let's say, expertise of what, areas that we provide services for. And Jared was new. He's around about April, May this year. And we decided to have a just get to know each other call. And in that call, he actually told me about his challenges that he had. Very similar to me, we came from businesses where we were a little bit let down, maybe overly dependent on them. I don't know, but yeah, very much enjoyed his energy and his story. And then he showed me a tool called Elevate Pro, and for me, that was just a light bulb moment. The tool allows a person to answer 77 questions. And from that, we can understand just a little bit about them, their challenges, their motivation, their communication style. And I realized that was something I was missing. So when I coach somebody, now I've got the lens of who are they, right? So that self-awareness becomes a lot more easier. And just Jared's just an amazing person. He's so down to earth, so humble. We just got the same ethics and values, and having both challenges, personal challenges in our lives. We talk openly to each other, and yeah, very transparent. We decided let's go in. His business is called Q Consult, mine is Ever Journey, and then we just merged the E and the Q, which made sense, right? EQ, consulting and coaching. Yay, Mandy! Yes, we will show you if you're interested. We are happy to show you the 77 questions. It's based on neuroscience and kinesiology. Very, very interesting questionnaire, and it got me to understand myself. So it was just a divine timing for me to partner with Jared.
And it also got you to understand what about me frustrates her, and what doesn't.
Oh,
Very true,
oh,
very true. So yes, you pick up on your challenges and what are your irritations, right? So for me, I like to get straight to the point. I'm a very detailed person. Jared's more a visionary. He's very much
I
bigger
like
picture.
that. I like that.
So we have to we balance one another. But yes, a very, very strong partnership. We've got the website eq-coachingpro.com. We've been to road shows like the show you saw us on. We've been chatting to lots of businesses, and our main area of focus is the wellness, is the burnout, helping businesses understand their employees, understand their challenges, assist them from a a stress management perspective. And yeah, we've been now going strong into 7-8 months, and the last month we've helped about 11, 12 clients. So yeah,
The
absolutely
last 3
happy.
weeks, it's been 10 companies.
Yes. So it's going well. So
Two,
yes, that's how we met.
yeah. If I can
I am
just
so
add in,
happy.
there's one very big area of
Yes.
dependence I have on Tamara. I'm colorblind. So if there's anything involving color, I have to ask her, because otherwise you'll just see everything as purple and yellow.
I'm
Wow.
the color brand representative.
That's why I said that banner is a woman's work. So let me just quickly,
Without doubt.
Mandy, say thank you. So Sunaiki, and then Krista said definitely divine timing,
Yes.
and Mandy say great
Oh,
team.
Team.
thank you,
Yeah.
Mandy.
Christina said, "What a great system! Wow, amazing." So, my beautiful Sunay, I was wondering why this lady well, she didn't send me her details, and I urgently needed you because I actually won one of your our Diamond Beauties. Jared were 2 years old in August.
Mm.
We got 88 gifts from the ladies in the group, and most of our male celebrities just came to the show. Said, Sunit, your beautiful Diamond Beauties is 2 years old. Here's gifts, and we got 88 gifts. And then also on my heart, God press, did you have to do the magazine in August and not in January as per my wish list? And that's how me and Sunay got together, and how
Okay.
she's now my editor in chief. But my beautiful Sunay, you also in your course that I attended because I won it, you have also an assessment. How incredible! Look, the
Mm.
assessment.
Synergies.
Okay, you can tell us about that.
So mine is there's 9 types of personalities, and this is the foundation of your growth and transformation. If you want to know who and what you are, we look at in which state you operate. There's 5 states we operate in: very good, average, below average, and destructive. And once I identify where I am, I know what I can work towards, and that's a big thing about this personality assessment. How do I know I can improve if I don't know what I can improve towards? Then we also, the personality assessment looks at your hidden unconscious fears, your unconscious desires, your limiting beliefs, your wings, your strong points, your mission in life. The There's so much that it looks like that we look at. That's everything in my course comes back to that. And when I learned about this, it actually freed me, because I'm like, okay, so there's nothing wrong with me. That's my personality. And that was quite enlightening. I could even see my growth when I look back on the different states, how I grew from being an average state to good to very good state. And then I made my family do it, my children and my husband. And it gave me compassion. I became a different parent, because then I realized, oh, that's my children's personality. And I could give them the space to be who they were, not who I thought they were meant to be. And that improved our relationship. It even empowered me to make them less dependent on me, so that I can be spend more time on what's important. Not that they're not important, but they have to learn to be their own person, not always be mommy's little angels. Not that they're little
Mhm.
anymore. We saw them. But yeah, so I love this that you have our first personality assessment is only 36 questions. Then you get a short report, and once you come do the coaching, it's over 100 questions that you complete, and then you get a report of 40 to 50 pages, depending on your personality type. And it is mind blowing.
Mind blowing, yes. So Sunaki, just lift up because I've got message for you. Love the personality assessment. And Mandy said it is so wonderful, Sunay.
Thank you, Mandy.
And then I think I do have a last one, but I cannot say this is the last one, yes. So yes. Thank you, my beautiful Sanet. Before we go to Jared, can you tell Jared and Tamara what we did? Because the wind was blowing on Blouberg, and we went and put our beautiful evening dresses on, and then instead of taking a cardigan, I took a pants, and then, can you tell them what happened?
So Sanet packed her pants instead of her cardigan, and she said, "Sanet, please just go to the car and get me a scarf. I don't want to take photos like this." I went to the car, and by the time I got back, Sanet and the photographer found a beautiful shop, Habiba, and she found a golden cardigan. And then she charmed the shop assistant, and we had the most beautiful photo shoot in that shop. But it was also God sent because she needed us. She's going through a tough time. I believe nothing happens by accidents. There's no coincidences. Everything happens the way it should be. And we're actually friends now. We're chatting, and I'm supporting her, and we'll see where that. She doesn't have any friends in South Africa. She's from, I think, Palestine,
Yes. Yeah.
somewhere there. Also went through a hard time, but she's such a lovely, amazing person. So we were just blessed by this miracle that Sanet likes to call it.
Yes. And she even took the umbrellas that's decorated on the roof. She took it off for us to take. So my beautiful diamond beauties and everybody that's gonna watch our magazine for December, we've got beautiful front cover pictures and inside pictures. Oh, I'm so excited. I cannot hide it. My beautiful my beautiful Jared. I know that we are talking a lot about assessment test and
Mm-hmm.
a personality test. How did that, for the partnership between the two of you, work out? And then the next question will be, how you have your clients that you are seeing now, and I
Yes.
pride so much for the two of your business. I pride so much, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. But what I wanted to ask, with the clients that you are busy helping, what was the result? For the client, not the student, but for your customer and you. But first of all, the test between the two of you.
Okay. So first, let me explain why I kind of went on a mission to find something that was different. So I'm someone who's really about equality and getting and basically supporting the underdog. So coaching has a bad reputation. It's not a bad reputation, but it has a reputation of being expensive and only for the person at the top. And it's not. Because the best work that we do are for people who need it. It doesn't matter who that person is. And I started looking for. I really went on quite a mission to try and find a way to get something that would actually be able to support an entire workforce, which I found. But without the actual looking, someone I knew introduced me to someone else, and before we knew it, that was it. And where Tamara and I first started talking about it, it was she thought she was talking to someone who was just involved in a little bit of coaching and a bit of AI and that, and we started talking about this, and it was actually quite an empowering talk because I did the assessment with Tamara. She was one of the first people who's a professional that I work with who's actually been on the assessment, and completely blown away. But it's more than an assessment. It's actually a coaching platform. Now the assessment's there to give you baseline information, and we found that we're very similar. In fact, our sort of blueprints. I'm just the expressive version of Tamara's receptive version. Okay, but otherwise we're almost identical. Okay, left brain, completely right-handed, right foot, right eye, right ear, and And where we've been using it so much, and it's really been helping people on the burnout side, is we as coaches, any of the great coaches or even average coaches, and is able to use techniques and teach people. But once we see them understand themselves, and if it's an assessment like Sanet's that speaks to you and gets that result, or if it's ours, the result is what's important, not the assessment. And how we use that as coaches is
Yes.
quite liberating, actually. It gets, I mean, the topic is dependence. So I'm always going to come back to the term dependence. And people are very dependent on what other people say about them and think about them and their perception of that person. And if you can make that, what's the word I'm looking for? But like mutually exclusive from that person, then all of a sudden it just like gives that person a new lease on their personality and their life and the way that they relate to things. And that's what we've been finding. So we've been working particularly of late with, and it's been run very popularly in the United States. In South Africa, we've literally worked tirelessly to bring it to South Africa. And Tamara, in particular, to the point that she's gotten sick. I've gotten sick because we have been working so hard. And
Burnout.
now, sorry,
A little bit of burnout.
little bit, but we know how to relax afterwards, and we use some of our own techniques. But what's been happening now is we're working with businesses that they just don't understand why they are a particular way, and all of a sudden, we've been seeing those sort of results. People are understanding why they're a particular way, why they act in a particular way, why they went into the business that they went into. And more importantly, and this is a very key part of our burnout side of things, everyone focuses on the mental, the physical, and the emotional. But we have a whole component on how you become more connected to yourself and to others, and how you find your purpose. And this just makes that process that much easier. You're wandering around, you can't see the wood for the trees, and it's helped us understand each other as well. So if one of us has gone through a challenge, and Tamara's alluded to the fact that every single person goes through their challenges, and it's always great to work with a partner, but we know how to relate to each other. So we don't overstep the bounds. We know each other's way of thinking and how our brains are structured, and that's something since we were 6 or 7 years old. You know, we're dependent on certain things that we can't change, biology. But boy, we can definitely move ourselves to that point of interdependence and let's call it liberty or freedom at another point. So I know I can wax lyrical, but I just love the work we do because
Yes,
that in itself is actually
it's rewarding.
been liberating and rewarding.
Absolutely.
Wow. Amazing. Beautiful. What is your golden nugget, Jared?
Man. So I'll give you the little bit of the history here. When I turned 21, when I turned 21, people used to have the classifieds in the newspaper, and they would
Yes.
say, "Congratulations to this person, your 21st birthday." And my late grandmother, who I was very close to, added a quote by Albert Einstein, and it's always stuck with me. And basically, what it said was, "Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value." And for me, that's what everything I do is about. If I'm not adding value, how can I say that I'm a success? Was that so bright, Sanet?
Right.
You gave me goosebumps. Yes, beste glasses,
Ah,
ladies, beste glasses.
yeah.
Brilliant.
So that's really my mantra. It's where do I add value to the people I work with, people I don't know. You never know what that butterfly effect can do.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. So, my beautiful Tamara, what is your golden nugget?
Oh, this is something I made up. It really resonates with me. So it's not a quote by anyone else. It's quote myself. And no, Jared sometimes say to me, "Don't quote yourself," but I'm going to quote myself.
No, you
There
must
Now
is
you
pass.
have quite
so
yourself.
something that resonated for me was, when other people tell you, when other people tell you what you should believe in, or other people tell you what you should be passionate about, right? So I truly believe you shouldn't let anyone tell you or dictate to you what you're passionate about. You need to find your own passions, your own purpose, your own values, and you work with that, and not comply with society, the environment, culture, whatever it is. You need to find what you're passionate about and to go after that. So that is my golden nugget. Find what you're passionate about and go after it. Don't let anyone dictate what you should be or should not be passionate about.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Sunny says, I likes it.
I
I
like
likes
Donkey
it.
Sunny.
I
Thanks,
likes
Sunny.
it. I likes it. So, Jared, I also have my own golden nugget. May I give it to you?
I should hope so, and
Go
please.
for it.
Okay. My golden nugget is if your why is big enough, you will do anything. You will do
Mm.
everything. And the reason for that,
Mm.
and my why was my grandson Zander was part of my Omi and Zander plan. I'm still on my Omi and Zander plan. So yes, I have my own and I love it. I likes it. I likes it. We learned something this week. My beautiful Sunay, what is your golden nugget?
My golden nugget was actually on the book that I wrote, One Life, Voiceless No More. And it's, we've got one life to live. Live it. Don't exist. Live.
Mm. I
And
love
that
that.
I like
depends on me, on no one else. Take ownership and go live the life you want. Don't give that responsibility out, or don't give your remote away. Take control and keep it.
Yes.
I love it. Isn't
Yeah.
that beautiful, Jared?
No, without question. I think that's so important because so many people just, abdicate their responsibility.
Mm.
And when you do that, exactly like Sine is saying, it's just, I don't know, you're giving up on yourself. Okay, you're
Yes.
That's
giving
very
up on that life that you really need to live.
yes. So Sunay, I know that you tell. I'm quickly going to get him. Tell us what is your favorite animal that I have here as well.
An orangutan,
Okay, but
Oh.
Sunny is the orangutan. But your next one,
a sloth.
a sloth. Look at my sloth.
He's so
Yeah, I like it, Sunaki. I
I like
like it.
it.
Yeah. Oh wow, that is my children's Tamara and Jared. That's my children's. When I tell them about self love or confidence or bravery, because I am the grandmother. Here is the bigger one. Look at the gray hair. She's very tall. And then I've got the two little boys, the orangutans, and then Xander's, well, not Xander, Sunny's friend, and his name is Mercury, and he's a sloth. So I am gonna come past everyone to ask what message do you have for somebody out there that's gonna listen today and that is gonna listen in the future? Oh, I've got Werner give his so yes, thank you, Sunay. Werner, my nugget is one life, live it every day. Wow, Werner.
great.
Werner, are you friends with me? If you are friends with me, book a coffee chat. I will also bring you to the show. Okay, Werner. Um, so my beautiful Tamara, and what message can you give to somebody that is going that are busy viewing this and also will
Mm.
view this in the future?
Mm. Well, seeing that today's topic is dependency, right? I would say go back inwards and just think about the things that you're dependent on and weigh up what is it that is truly you and what is it that is not you, that is the other voices or the other person or the external. And something we do in our coaching is the concept of locus of control, right? So there's a locus of control that a person has this belief that everything external that happens to them, right, is outside of their control. Therefore, they blame others, or they have this critical perspective of it's not me, it's the government, or it's, let's say, South Africa, it's load shedding, it's the presidency, or it's my parents' fault, right? Rather have an internal locus of control. Be more in control of your life. A person that's got internal locus control is responsible for their own actions, believes their own decisions is what dictates their future, right? And it's not external, it's internal. So no matter what your circumstances, and really, I have seen stories, and even my story, I mean, I have been through a very difficult time, but I took a decision of, I don't want this life for myself. I want a better life. So it doesn't matter where you come from, you can always change it, and don't rely on the external. Okay, so take that power back and have the internal locus of control to dictate where you're headed, right? And that dependency should be on yourself, not others. I hope that helps
Beautiful.
somebody. Yeah. Thank you, Sanet.
Beautiful.
Thank
Thank you. So, my beautiful Sanet, can you give somebody a message today?
Actually, I want to continue where tomorrow left off. Dr. Wayne Dyer says, as within,
you.
so without. So if we see everything that's wrong outside, like Tamara said, we must go within and see, what am I creating here that's causing the outside. I cannot change anything out there. I can only change me. So if I want my world and my circumstances to change, I have to start with myself. And once I change everything here, everything outside will change, and I will look at it differently and experience it differently. I will see there's a blessing in everything that happens for me. But the key is not to wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow is not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Start now.
Today. Beautiful.
I love
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you. My beautiful Jared.
This is not rehearsed. I would like everyone to understand that. But I'm going to lead on from what the two of them just said. But again, with what we do, I talk a lot about something called gap theory. Okay. And it's people say, well, what are you talking about? Something that's from consumer behavior. And it's really about the perception of what we are giving as a service. And the service is our relationship with others, but also that relationship with ourselves. And then there's an expectation from the consumer, which could be another person, any of the three of you, anyone listening here, but it can be myself as well. So within myself, if I want to become that truly independent person who's taking back my own power and doing exactly what T and Sunay are talking about, I need to actually have that internal conversation. And don't be scared. People will not think that you're psychotic. Write it down if you have to. But literally say, this is what I'm giving to myself. And this is what I'm expecting from myself. And find that gap and close that gap. And the more you actually speak to yourself, and you create your own goals that way. You create your own life. You can create beauty from what seems to be a dark place in some cases. And that's it. And never, ever. And I can't tell you enough how important it is what Sonia said. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Okay. I've gone through that sort of loss where it's just been absolutely sudden, and within 4 days, losing my mother from being perfectly healthy. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. The greatest sadness, but the greatest gifts can also happen in the blink of an eye.
That's incredible. So, I'm going to come past everyone and then you will tell the audience how to get a hold of you. But because we don't have a sponsor for today's show, I would love to play my sponsor for Soul of a Diamond, because my beautiful two ladies, we are embarking on something special for the Diamond Beauties. Only 100 ladies is going to go on this first amazing venture tomorrow. Do you want to see?
Yes,
Look,
please share.
look at Sunay.
Please
Say,
share.
yeah, I'm going to play. Yes. Oh, I cannot wait. Here is Natalie's video. Natalie McQueen, are you ready, Tamara?
Yeah, please share.
Here
I'm so
we go.
excited.
Hi there. My name is Natalie McQueen. I'm the founder of Gifts of Legacy. I am a book publisher and a legacy designer. I am thrilled to introduce my talking journal. This unique journal features recorded messages from 100 trailblazing contributors that we call our masters and mavens. Imagine a journal that you can hold in your hands and get daily prompts of inspiration from these mentor experts. I invite you to be one of our masters and mavens in our first edition on gratitude for $49. This is a low-cost, high-impact alternative to traditional publishing. I cannot wait to hear your inspirational message.
So my beautiful Jared, I'm gonna give me and Sinai have 2 spots already, so there's 98 left. So I'm gonna give it to my beautiful diamond beauties. We are almost 700 ladies on the group, but I promise you, if you would love to be part of this, I will then, if there's spaces left, I'm gonna give to all my male celebrities that come to my way, because are gonna go, we're gonna be in the Guinness Book of Record with this thing. One of a
Wow.
kind, never have done before. Maze balls. So I quickly want to say we've got 2 minutes left. So tomorrow, how can people get hold of you and Jared? Please,
Mm.
please.
100%. So we've got a website. It's www.eq-coachingpro.com. We're also on LinkedIn, so you can literally search Jared Chippel on LinkedIn or Tamara Al-Halase on LinkedIn. Those are the easier ways to find us. And, I'm also on Facebook, so is Jared. And I mean, you can tag us on this video later on. And yeah, we love to connect. Also want to do coffee chats with people. So we're open just to have a chat and get to know you and see if there's any way we can help you from a wellness or coaching perspective.
Perfect. So, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, even on E360 TV's folder, everywhere, I have put everybody's details on except Instagram, but you are all tagged in and they can follow you there. So, now how can people get hold of you?
They can find me on Instagram and LinkedIn. At Coach Sonay Swanepoel is my handle. I'm not sure. I am on Facebook, but my handle changed. And even if they're interested in the free personality assessment, they can drop me an email or get contact with me. And then we also book a chat and just talk about the results, see what they want from life, and if they're clear about what they want. We can't go somewhere if we don't know where we want to go.
Wow, I love it. I love it. I love it. My beautiful ladies and gentlemen all over the world, I hope you love today's show. I told you that my beautiful guest is going to blow your socks off. So, first, I have to ask them, and then I will be asking you, my beautiful Jared, Tamara, and Sunay, will you have a dance with me?
Yes. Which song?
Jared, will you have a dance with me? Okay. My
Yes,
beautiful
but which
ladies.
song?
Okay. My beautiful ladies and gentlemen, will you have a dance with me? Yes. Can you hear? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, we go.
Walking on sunshine or dancing in the rain. Sprinkle me with fairy dust magic
Bye-bye,
in the
everyone. Bye-bye.
flight.
Mwah.